December 25th, 2025. Merry Christmas to all. So today I just transplanted a couple of Pinkerton 5 gallons into 15 gallons. Now it's time to start training these trees. This first tree over here, it's about maybe 6 feet from the ground, and it's a single trunk all the way up except for a couple of branches up here, and it just continues. We have some flower buds here. The second tree is it's a little shorter. It's maybe 4.5 feet from the ground. It has a double split here that so far has been tied to a stake, a wood stake in the middle. So we need to do some fixing here and start training my trees. I don't want them to grow tall and slim, but I do want them to grow a little bit wide and more of a spreading full canopy when they're adults or mature. So yeah, so let's go through the process of fixing this tree. The first thing I'm going to do is cut all these plastic ties and free the tree. So let's do that. So I took the plastic ties. As you can see, the branches right away gave into their own weight, and this is what they're doing. I'm going to remove this stake, and I'm going to use a couple stakes so I can start training these two branches to form a 45-degree V, and those are going to become my primary branches. So let's do that. Okay, so far I put two stakes in here, equal distance from the trunk. I don't want them near the trunk because that just impedes the roots for growing and finding their own way. But I like them about 4 inches or so from the trunk. Now we're going to proceed to tie these branches to that new tree stake. All right, let's do it. Okay, so far what I've done is tie it at different places so I can train this branch to go to the left, and the same thing down here on the branch on the right. So I'm going to grow two branches at about 45 degrees. Right now they are less than 45, but with time I want to keep spreading. I just don't want to force it and break it here at the base. So we do it, once a month or so. We put it a little more until we are at about here and about here, so we can be at 45 degrees. So the next thing, one of the branches is around here, and at the same height, this other side is taller. So even though I have some flower buds up here, I'm going to sacrifice them. I don't want these trees to flower anyways. It's too early. If you let the trees flower and fruit, you want to set it back at least a year or two in growth. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take advantage of this branch and this branch, and I'm going to cut it right here. Okay, and I am also going to prune the branches that are going towards the middle. Now when you prune a branch, don't prune it flush right there, but do it at about 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch away from the tree, like that. Okay, so we took that off. Let's see, what else do we have? We have another little one over here going towards the middle. I don't need that. I'm gonna take it out. Right there. Have another one right here. Right there. And I have one more here going this way. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to send all the resources where I want it. I don't want to waste any resources lower on the tree. So that's why I kind of skirt it. I see some buds trying to grow in here. I'm just gonna break them off, not even give them a chance. Got some buds here on the bottom. Break them off, and I'm not gonna give them a chance to grow, because what that's gonna do is just gonna utilize the resources that I need to grow my tree. So let's cut them off. So anything below a 1.5 feet or so, I'm cutting it off. Okay, that's pretty much it. I do have another branch in here that I need to take off. It's pretty weak, so I need something stronger than that. Cutting it off. I have another one on this side. I'm gonna cut it off. And yeah, that's our final I'm gonna break this branch. I don't like this leaf. So here, no, here's our tree. Now we have a nice V going up. Both sides are almost even. From here we're gonna grow some more branches. Maybe these 2 branches on the sides are just gonna get stronger. I wanna tie them up like that, a little bit in an angle, instead of just letting them go down like they wanna go. So let's do that. Okay, I think I'm done. See what I did with these 2 branches? I'm training them at a 45 degree now. And this is the other side. I'm going to leave the tip. I'm not going to tip it yet. I want to let the branch grow a little more, and then we will grow both sides equally. For the second tree, what I have is just this long single trunk with no splits, only up to here, which is about 3 feet or so from the bottom. It's a little too tall. I want to find a place where I can cut it and grow some side branching. So I'm gonna go 1 to about 3 feet or so, and at 3 feet I'm going to grow some branching. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right here. Yeah, let me take off this tight first. Right? And then I have 2 branches growing to the sides in here. And I'm just gonna, there or here, I think here. So I'm basically gonna tip it. So I have 1 branch going this way, I have another branch going that way, and I have a 3rd branch going this way. So I think I'm gonna cut it right after the 3rd branch, right there. And that's gonna be the limit of my tree. I'm going to let it grow from there to the sides and not let the leader just go up. Okay, looks good. I see some nice buds right here. I'm just gonna let them grow because I need more branching. So I want to let those buds grow. Anything below here, I'm just gonna remove it. Remove this one. I got some more buds growing in there, and I don't want any buds in there except maybe one over here that is gonna serve as my branch to the left. I need another branch to the left. So yeah, let me take everything else off, then cut all the ties, and then I'm going to redo my stake here. I don't need that. Cut this little dry piece from there, knock it off. Here I'm going to take that off. Okay, then I'm going to remove the stake, and that's my tree. What I want with this tree is to be able to grow freely, be able to move like this. Trees need to move in order to grow. If they're going to be tight against a stake, all fixed, they're not going to grow as well. So yeah, now that I have it, I'm going to use the stake again. and I'm gonna put it about 4 or 5 inches away from the trunk and then retie it. So let's do that. Okay, so I move the stake about 4 or 5 inches from the trunk, and as I go up, I'm trying to train my trunk to be straight somehow and still be free to move. That's very important. So do you see that I did not make a knot tight against the trunk? This thing is loose, so it has a chance to grow wider, and as well as it's supported and it's able to move, which is very important. Then I have my other tree, which those 2 branches were tied to one stake, so I took a stake and I put 2 new ones on the sides, and I'm starting to train each branch to go wider and wider. In about a month, I'm just going to stretch these to the sides a little more until I achieve a 45-degree, which is what I want. One thing I noticed is the branches that I cut in here. I don't have any other Pinkerton, but these are good for grafting. So I'm going to prepare these for scion wood and do myself a couple of grafts so we can take advantage of those cuttings. All right, that's pretty much it for now. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and yeah, let's keep on growing plants. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. See you next time.